Hello everyone, I'm Kushan, and tonight I'm going to be taking a first look at Panzer Corp 2, upcoming strategy game from Matrix Slytherin that comes out on Thursday. I'm gonna jump right on in. I did play a little bit of the invasion of Poland last night just to kind of feel my way into it. And I think tonight, for the first look, I'm going to do North Africa. This isn't going to be a full Let's Play. This is just going to be kind of a first look, give you an idea of the first couple of scenarios. And then later this week, after the release, I will begin doing a full Let's Play from start to finish. Alright, so when you first load into a campaign, it now gives you the option to basically name your general. And you can also pick perks and weaknesses. So your strengths, you can have infantry general, infantry costs less, panzer general, your tanks cost less. 15 to random prototypes. Random prototypes in every mission except the first, the liberator, which is kind of ironic because Germans, I wouldn't say that's liberating, but alright. Deep recon, operation initiative, all units get +4, +3, +2 on the first 3 turns. I don't know what the initiative does. All things get +1 movement points, and cross minor rivers easier. Battle Academy. Let's see. I chose Panzer General in my test game yesterday. Auxiliary force gets an additional auxiliary slot in every battle, equal to 50%. Troops of war. I think I'm... Encircles unit suffers 2x penalties. Yeah, I'm going to go with Battle Academy for plus 25% experience to growth rates. I'm not going to take a weakness. I'm going to be perfect. You can take a weakness, in which case it'll open up a slot on the strength. But some of these are really, I don't want to say brutal. Maybe inept logistics minus 10% to core slots isn't too bad, but some of these sound pretty brutal if you're new to the game, and I'm not very good at these sorts of games. I usually have a bad habit of getting myself into a point where I can't reinforce my units, or I have the wrong sorts of units, and I get hammered. No overstrength. Denied Air Force, can't purchase air units. Denied artillery, cannot purchase artillery. Like, some of these are kind of brutal. Retrograde 6 months later than normal. Inefficient supply. Units get reduced supply at the beginning of the turn. Yeah, I'm not going to take any of those. I will be Kushan, and I don't know who any of these generals are. Okay, just pick one at random here.
So, with the end of your extended leave in Germany, you've decided to come join us in Africa, have you? Well, Herr General, I hope you scraped the rust off your panzers and are ready for action once again. Our Italian friends are in trouble and we're moving in to assist. A fellow veteran of your campaign in France, newly promoted General Lieutenant Rommel, has some intriguing ideas I want to share with you. Rather than just hold the line here, Rommel has suggested a reconnaissance in force. To probe the state of the British forces, yeah? Start here, make contact with the leading British elements, and see just how strong or weak their grip on the desert really is. Should you only encounter limited enemy resistance, perhaps a detour to Benghazi would not be out of the question. Be warned that the African desert is a wide open and hostile place, offering little cover outside of scattered towns and villages clustered around the occasional oasis. So plan your forces accordingly. Depending on the strength of resistance you encounter, I'd like to see if you can scout all the way to the outskirts of Tobruk, here and here. Once your mission is completed, report back to me directly. I will handle any objections from Italian Commando Supremo. But the more successful your recon mission, the easier that will be for me. Do make my life easy for once, Herr General. Dismissed.
I feel like the sound's down just a little bit too much. 1 second here. Turn sound up a little bit. Okay. So a couple changes from Panzer Corps 1 is that air units now, well, besides the visual upgrade, is one that now air bases or air units now have a home air base. They can travel a certain number of hexes from the airbase and will return back to the airbase at the end of the turn, which means that if you advance too quickly without capturing air bases, you can find yourself without air cover. I haven't really had a chance to get really too much in beyond that. I mean, other than that, it is the same old Panzer Corps that everybody kind of knows. You move your units around. Units are very abstracted. They have, in this case, 10 strength, 15 strength. And that's really it to it. You know, these units don't really represent a specific, battalion or regiment or anything like that. It's just, this is a Panzer 3G. So I have 8 slots available. So let's see, what can I purchase? What do I have right now? Deployed units, I have, start with infantry. So I have 6 infantry, some grenadiers, some Italian infantry, some Ware infantry, pioneers, grenadiers. So it looks like I have a couple of Italian units, and some German units. I have L335, Panzer 2C, Panzer 3G, Panzer 3G. So 3 Panzer 3Gs, a Panzer 2C, and a Panzer 4E. I have 1 recon unit, 1 anti-tank unit, 4 artillery. So I feel like I want at least 1 more recon unit. I think for right now the 4 artillery should be enough. What do I have for air? I have 2 BF-109s. 2 strategic bombers, 1 BF-110, and 1 HE-111, and 1 Stuka. So I think I want 1 more Stuka, and I think the 2 BF-109s will be fine for right now, but I definitely want another recon. Go purchase units. So let's go recon. I will take... I will take 8 rods. So add that. It's kind of like a shopping cart. You can double click, it'll add it over here, and then you can purchase multiple units at once, or you can just click the unit and hit purchase. And then I wanted 1 more tactical bomber. I want a Stuka. That'll give me 6 slots. I'll purchase that. Place the recon unit. I'll place it back here. That's fine. I'm not going to need it initially anyway. And then place the Stuka. And I have 2 spots open. Is there anything that I can buy? Some bridging units. I don't think that's going to be useful. I can get a Panzer 1B. A 3rd recon, anti-tank. Maybe I want another anti-tank. Pack 38. I think I want the Panzerjäger 1B. I'll take one of those. Purchase that, place that down, and that is my core slot. And then, let's see, do I have heroes? So click on unit details, go to heroes, assign hero. I do not have any heroes available. Evening muzzle tactic. So 20 turns to reach the outskirts of Tobruk. Not quite sure the way I'm going to go. I can cut across the desert, and as the briefing said, we have some small towns. We have McKillee is really the only major city along that way. We have 1 air base. The other thing about air bases is that there are 2 types. There are, for lack of a better word, tactical air bases, and then there are strategic air bases. So strategic air bases can obviously take strategic bombers. and they look like that with like a paved runway. The tactical air bases look like that, where it looks like it's and they cannot host. And there may be, I'm not sure if there's a limit to anything else as to how many aircraft can be at the base. I'm assuming that it's still the 7 hexes. Evening's over, Loki. And think ready to start here. Alright, so turn 1. What we got? We have a tank, we have some infantry, and we have a scout car opposing us. I'm going to start by bombarding the infantry in this town. Should probably get my scout car up, swing around so I can bring the other artillery forward. Where's my other one? There's my Stug, and Stug doesn't have the range. So I'll take 1 to 5. Oh, I should have used the Stukas. So strategic bombers don't do that much outright damage, but they are very good at suppression. Let's see, 2. Let's go after the other. And then we'll send the Stuka after the infantry in the town. Other Stuka cannot attack anybody. Hold him in reserve for right now. The BF-109s, let's just move them forward to provide air defense over my bombers and do a little scouting. There we go. There's a target for our Stuka. After the scout car. So there are 2 types of damage. There's health damage, and there's, I think it's morale damage. Or suppression, so there's strength and there's suppression. Suppression being the green kind of broken heart, and health or strength being the red heart. Okay, so other tank forward. We want to move rapidly as possible here. That would be my anti-tank. 2 to 7. I will take those odds. Alright, pushed them off the town. I will use the Panzer 2C to take the town and finish off the unit. And that leaves just the artillery. I don't think I have anything that can reach it. No. Alright, so just move the infantry forward. So after a certain distance, certain infantry units can be equipped with trucks. The disadvantage of trucks is that it also applies to artillery. The disadvantage is that if the unit goes into fog of war like that and gets ambushed, it will take extra damage. So move artillery forward. I know I'm bringing them into range of that other artillery unit. Get my recon cars forward. Should be able to finish off that car. Alright, so that takes care of that artillery. Swing up. A couple of units that are... Where's my other tank? Alright, move that forward. And I'll keep the AAA to defend the airbase for now. Going to turn 2. We're bombarding the ambushed their fighters. And there's all my air units returning back to base. Let's see. Forward. Suppress. Let's go for the tank. Where's the Stug at? Stug is right there. Let's see. Back to the Stukas. Might be able to finish it off. Nope, one left. We'll let the recon take care of it. And then because it's recon, it gets a move. And we'll take the airbase. So just some observations is that first impression so far is that I like Panzer Corps 2 a lot more than I liked Panzer Corps 1. That's not to say Panzer Corps 1 was a bad game, but I found it not really to my taste. I found, one, that the maps were just a little bit too small for the scale of the game. And, I don't know, just something about it just really wasn't ringing with me. But I am very much enjoying Panzer Corps 2 so far, anyway. Let's take out the Spitfire. Still got one left. Alright, so let's take it out. Finish it off. Granted, I have only played a small little bit of it so far, so there is room to change. Get it. I guess we'll send our last bomber. Hesitant to fly all the way to Tobruk. I don't think there's anything else I can attack, though. I'm gonna hold off on going after Benghazi until I get some scouts up there. I don't want to walk one of my bombers into an ambush. First up, tanks. Bring the Panzerjäger forward. Push it back, and let's finish it off. And push forward some more. Go, got that. Infantry, move up, take the town. Where's my recon at? There's one. There's the other one, so it's right there. Let's shift the recon north. Still not sure. Gonna have to make up my mind which way I'm gonna go. So right now I'm just kind of setting up the front line, and then, but not really committing to any one direction. But I'm gonna have to make that choice here on the next turn. I will send a recon unit north to check out the town. Alright, so at least 2 infantry units defending the town that we're seeing. Move the artillery forward to provide support. And I think everybody's moved. Yep, okay. What's one? Alright, took some damage with the bomber there, but so Benghazi, 2 infantry, it looks like a anti-air and artillery. I wonder how much I want to commit to that. If I do go that way, I'm gonna have to commit a lot of my artillery. to dislodge them. I can move my Stukas up. Well, I can move my Stukas up to this airbase over here. I may want to move my anti-air unit forward as well. Getting some British forces coming across the desert. So this may be a good reason to actually go. So what I'll do, I will first BF-109s. Let's see, can I reach? Okay, I can't reach there. Oh, why did it not let me engage? Damage that. Let's see, can I? Alright, got it. Second off, let's throw strategic bombers. Can they hit? Alright, so bombers. Benghazi. So suppression resets at the end of every turn. I'm gonna go and just move forward. Not ready to even try and dislodge them for the moment, but I do want to move artillery up. So next turn I can begin bombarding. While they're doing that, the rest of my armored force will spar with the British down here in the south. Where's the Stukas? There's the Stukas. Do they have the range? They do. They do not. Okay, so they have to move forward. Rebase. And rebase this one. Okay. First off, let's swing the recon unit to south. Bring make sure we have a unit on that airbase. Otherwise, your air units won't get destroyed if an airbase is overrun, but they will be sent to the next airbase. And if you lose your last airbase, then they will all get destroyed. Alright, so we get an overrun, which means we get an extra movement. Swing around, we're going to encircle that tank. Got it. And takes care of that little counterattack. Recon units have all moved. Panzer 2C. Swing that north of the mountains. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave most of my armored forces to go across the desert. I will leave some behind to push north. I'll leave the L335 here in the south. And I will leave the Stug. That should go north. Sturmpanzer can go there, and let's bring up the artillery. No reason to leave that behind now. High ground. Anybody else that can move still? Let's get something up there. I think everybody. Oh, missed a unit. Missed my Panzer Jaeger. Head north. Okay. So kind of splitting off here. I'll send a small force up to Benghazi. While the rest move on Manquilly, and then maybe once I take Manquilly, maybe I'll swing another force north. I'm not sure if the Benghazi force will go along the coast or not. They may be the force that after Mankili is taken, they'll swing north, while the rest go forward to Brook. Not sure yet. But we are only on turn 3 of 20. Still plenty of time to go. I do need to get those BF-109s moved forward before I push too far, though. Actually, the other advantage of taking Benghazi is it'll push my strategic bombers out forward, because I can't base them here. So Stukas... And they should not attack anybody over there. They're going to get pushed back. They're on the high ground. I don't want to attack into that. Triple A up. And get the BF-109s rebased. And for the lack of anything better to do with the bombers, I will send the bombers towards Tobruk. They're going to take losses, but nothing to do. Heinkel, you go for the artillery. So I will move to take the airbase. And where's my... Where infantry? What I should bring that direction... Oh, my Grenadiers is way over here. I want to bring the Grenadiers back. That's actually the group that I want supporting the drive. The tanks farther north. Alright, Mankili, 2 infantry, 2 artillery defending. 10 Gender has 1 infantry unit defending. Send most of the tanks that way. Doesn't look like anything coming across the desert at me, though. That's good. Where is that tray? Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna move Panzer Jäger north. Just to give that northern group some firepower if I do decide to go across the desert. BF-109s can't move. I think that's it for now. They return to their bases. There they are. More Spitfires going after our Stukas. After Recon. I think they're going to lose my Recon unit. Hopefully they don't pursue. We'll be happy having those BF-109s moved farther north now. That's definitely going to be useful. Alright, they pushed me off the airbase. Okay. I want BF 109. Go after their Spitfires as much as possible. Definitely want air superiority if I can get it. And then let's see, can I... Maybe we'll get lucky going after the Spitfire. Nope, gonna have one left. Alright. Artillery! Let's see, let's pound somebody here. Dislodge that infantry unit. I will reinforce that. Bring them up to 14 strength. Move the Panzerjäger forward. Where's those Grenadiers? Move them forward. They can't attack at 6-1 odds. I don't really want to do that yet, though. Alright, bombers. Support the drive on Tobruk. Go after Godric. Gonna get them. I'm gonna pull the recon back, replace. Definitely need to get this recon unit back and replenish. Where's the Stug? The Stug. Bard. I don't want to be attacking into those mountains. One more. Who do I want to go after? And the Sturmpanzer to go to the infantry in the mountains. Probably should just replenish that tank. Move rest of my infantry across the desert. I don't think I have anybody left back here, do I? Nope. Okay. Four to 1, 2 to 1. Can attack 6 to 1. I will take those odds. Oh yeah, my strategic bombers. Should use them. Go for the artillery. And the last one, the HE-111, go for their entire unit. So we're going to take Benghazi. Just a matter of time at this point. I could push on the main city itself. I'm going to hold off for right now. I want to bring those Grenadiers forward some more.